mission. I embody the state, then reality updates. I don't chase, I align. Universe delivers what's mine. I am free, now embody these chants. Watch life enhance. It's time for Wizard Rant.
Welcome back to Wizard Rants. This is episode 4, The Death of the Old You. All right, let's get into it. Because this one's important. Because people love to talk about manifesting, but very few understand what they're actually doing when they try. Your new reality isn't waiting for you to earn it, okay? It's waiting for you to stop being the version of you that can't hold it. You don't attract things, you align with states of consciousness, okay? It's not the universe testing you. It's you shifting into a new reality. So the death of the old you isn't morbid, it's maturity. It's when you stop living on autopilot and start realizing, I decide the atmosphere I live in. The law of assumption is one of the simplest and most misunderstood principles out there. Here's the real version, okay? You don't get what you want. You get what you believe yourself to be. You get what you already believe you have, okay? And that's not poetry. That's psychological fact. Your brain filters information based on the identity you hold. Jesus said, according to your faith, be it unto you. Neville Goddard said, assumption hardens into fact. Different centuries, different speakers, but the same mechanism. Faith, assumption, identity. They all mean state. The frequency you live from is the reality you experience. You're a creator, a divine creator. So imagine it like radio waves. If you keep your dial stuck on lack, you'll keep hearing songs about not having enough. But if you change the dial, the belief, the emotion, the tone of your inner conversation, the music changes. That's the true physics of consciousness. The outer world isn't random. It's a projection of your dominant inner narrative. So why do the tests come? Well, when you shift your state, okay, the world doesn't just instantly remodel itself. It begins working on remodeling itself and shuffling things around, and it takes some time, but it will stabilize through experience, your lived experience. So maybe you get a parking ticket. Maybe a friend flakes on you. Maybe your bank account dips a little bit. Right? Maybe because a random bill popped up out of nowhere, all right? That's not cosmic punishment, all right? It's just simply life presenting neutral data to see what you'll do with it, to see how you'll react. But let's be clear, though, because I think people get lost. It's not always a test, okay? Life will always contain contrast. Living in your desired state doesn't just stop storms from coming. It teaches you how to stay dry while they pass. Non-reaction is a muscle, okay? At first it shakes. But the more you practice presence, breathing before responding, pausing before defending, the stronger it gets. To be conscious is to observe, acknowledge, and move on, not to dramatize. If your peace can be stolen by every inconvenience or every opinion, then you're not leading reality. You're following it, okay? A conscious creator holds themselves to a higher standard. People will be who they are. Okay? People are people. You can't control that. All you can control is yourself and how you react. Circumstances are going to do what they do. Your job is to just maintain your internal authority. Choosing peace isn't weakness, it's self-respect. That's how you stay in state. It's like this, okay? If you're a lawyer and someone insists you're an electrician, you'd laugh. Because you know your profession. If they called you an acorn, you'd shrug. It's not true, so why argue or why even care? That's the same energy you need to bring into everything that contradicts your vision. Think about someone that you just can't stand anymore. There's had to be someone in your life where you're just like, I just don't, whatever, okay, yep, whatever. You need to treat everything like that because you know who you are, you know what you want, and you know what you are trying to manifest in the state you embody. So you need to embody that state and live it through and through. All right, so everything always works in your favor when you stay in conviction. So like when something bad happens, I always just tell myself, nah, doesn't matter. Everything always works out in my favor. It's completely fine. Because faith is not pretending, all right? It's just holding the line when nothing outside has caught up yet. Just internalize and believe and keep pushing forward. So let's talk about the death of the old you. Now let's walk through how you actually switch states. All right, so grab a notebook or open up your notes app. I'd say grab a piece of paper for the first part, right? Because I think burning it is always fun. So write out the patterns that keep showing up, the ones you're done identifying with. I overthink everything. I have to work twice as hard. I'm always overlooked. I need proof before I relax. These aren't your character traits. They're habits of perception. Okay? So write all those down. Be honest with yourself, even if it hurts.
Do it. Write them down. Don't be a bitch.
And after you have that list, burn it safely, but burn it. Then, on a new list, maybe on the Notes app on your phone, write the state I choose to live from. And write the truth like it already exists. I live as calm certainty. I trust that everything always works in my favor. I move as the presence of God in form. I act from completion. I am fantastic. I am handsome. I am loved. I am whatever your affirmations are, whatever this new state is you want to embody. Then read that list twice a day. I try to read mine 3 to 4, but definitely read it in the morning, and you need to read it before bed. Not begging, just reminding your nervous system who's in charge. Read it like this is who I am, like you're reading a biography about yourself. And here's why that matters, because repetition builds neural pathways. The brain literally wires itself to match what you consistently rehearse. You feed it the identity, it builds the evidence. So the death of the old you isn't some emotional breakdown. It's simply refusing to feed energy into outdated software. You're not fighting the past version. You're starving it of attention until it dissolves. So now I'm going to give you some tools for realignment. Number 1 is language discipline, okay? Every word plants a seed. Language doesn't just describe, it directs. If you keep saying, I'm trying, life will keep you trying. If you speak as the one who already is, life rearranges around that tone. Start noticing your phrases. I always, I never, I can't, and replace them with calm certainty. I usually find things working out. I am capable. Everything always works out for me. I am supported. Speak from identity, not insecurity. Number 2, the pause protocol. Train your nervous system, not your panic, all right? So when something triggers you, stop. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Let your body feel the stability of your own awareness. Then say quietly, I live from resolution, not reaction. That one breath is proof you've shifted states. Action taken from calmness carries more power than hours of frantic effort. Number 3, morning and night conditioning. The real work happens in the quiet. Your subconscious mind is most impressionable right after waking and right before sleep. That's when it decides what reality to rehearse overnight. So before touching your phone, read your new state list. Before bed, do it again. Not as ritual, but as maintenance. You're keeping the system updated. If you end your day in anxiety, your brain will loop anxiety. End it in faith, and faith becomes your baseline frequency. And number 4 is the environmental audit. Protect the ecosystem of your mind. Notice who or what constantly reloads your old state. A habit, a person, an environment, a feed. You don't have to cut people off with anger, just create space. Detachment isn't cold, it's clarity. When you love yourself, you stop staying in rooms that drain you. That's not isolation, it's stewardship. It's having self-respect. Give yourself 7 days away from whatever feels heavy and watch how quickly peace returns. Now let's talk about state stability. Think of every identity as a coordinate on an infinite map. You're not creating a new land. You're selecting the location you want to experience. You don't beg the GPS. You just set the destination and start walking like you're already there. Faith is the hand on the dial. Peace is the signal lock. And when you wobble, don't spiral, just recalibrate. Say, I remember who I am. And the map updates instantly. Read your affirmations. Try to memorize them and just say them to yourselves all day. That's what I usually do. Tonight, write the states you're done with. Write the state you're living from. Read it twice a day for 7 days. When something tries to drag you back, pause and breathe. That's the old program running a final test. Don't reinstall it. You don't evolve by fighting the old. You evolve by standing still in the new until it becomes your default. Remember, the kingdom isn't coming. It's already here. You're just realizing you were the architect all along. Walk like it's done, because it is. 'Tis I, your daddy of lore. Take care.
I don't ask permission, creation is my mission. I embody the state, then reality updates. I don't chase, I align, universe delivers what's mine. I am free, now embody these chants. Watch life enhance.